Welcome back to the Grow Your Nutrition Business podcast, powered by Healthy Steps Nutrition. At HSN Mentoring, we believe something as fundamental as nutrition shouldn't be complicated, which is why we focus on a simple, habit-based approach. Our mission is simple: empower people to take control of their health, one step at a time, so they can prevent and reverse chronic disease. My name is Nicole Aucoin. I'm the founder of Healthy Steps Nutrition, home of CrossFit HSN and HSN Mentoring. In this podcast, we're going to teach you how to take one step at a time to build a professional nutrition coaching program beyond just a challenge or an informal conversation so that you can ultimately help your clients empower health and make a greater impact in your community. This episode is talking all about challenges. You might be thinking, Nicole, you just said you want to build a program beyond a challenge. That's right. A challenge could be a great way to kickstart a nutrition program when done right. At HSN Mentoring, we expect at least a 50% conversion to ongoing coaching when you follow the framework that we have. Use all of the meeting templates. And I thought it'd be really fun to talk about some of the best practices as many gyms will be thinking about running a challenge in the new year. So let's start off with the big one. When should you run a nutrition challenge? You might initially think that the first of the year, the first week of the year is a good time, but actually people are not back to their routines at that time. Many people are still on vacation because kids aren't back to school yet. I would wait a couple weeks after kids go back to school so parents can get settled and then they can start focusing on themselves and their health. At HSN Mentoring, most gyms in our program are planning to launch challenges around January 22nd or 29th. Now, if you are a CrossFit affiliate owner, you also want to be thinking about the open. When should you do a challenge? During the open, before the open? My recommendation, considering the way we do the open, it takes a lot of bandwidth, a lot of man hours to do the open. I couldn't imagine running a nutrition challenge at the same time. I would recommend running it before so that it ends the week or 2 weeks before the CrossFit Open begins. So January 22nd or 29th would be the recommended start dates. Now, marketing for that challenge should start 6 weeks prior. So you're going to start marketing your nutrition challenge December 11th, December 18th, if you're following a 6-week marketing timeline. Now, how many people should join your nutrition challenge? Now, if you're kicking off a nutrition coaching program that you're wanting to build an ongoing program after, I say if you have the systems in place, if you have the bandwidth, the more the better. Most gyms typically set a goal if they have one nutrition coach around 30 to 40 people joining your nutrition challenge. With HSN, it's about an hour per person. So if you think about the bulk of the time that you're spending per person is at the beginning, the week leading up to the challenge where you're doing initial 20-minute meetings, and the ending week when you're meeting with people again. So you want to look backwards and see how much time do you commit. If we're doing a challenge on January 22nd as the start date, the 15th to the 21st or 20th is going to be when we're doing those initial meetings. How much time do you have to put towards initial meetings that day? When we're talking with coaches, sometimes we think about, if you are coaching a bunch of classes, could you have someone else cover so that you have more man hours to do those initial meetings? It's really important that the nutrition coach does initial meetings. The person that does the initial meeting needs to do the ending meeting. If you have multiple nutrition coaches, which is awesome, you'll assign the people that join your challenge to one coach where they're meeting with them at the beginning and at the end. Now, if you're thinking about bringing on new nutrition coaches, I think a challenge is a great way to get their feet wet. It's also, if you're a gym owner who's been doing nutrition coaching and you're wanting to pass on your clients to someone else, doing a nutrition challenge is a great way to get your current clients to go to the coach that's doing the nutrition challenge, and then they just continue working with them after. Okay. So that's kind of big picture. Again, most gyms set a goal between 30 and 40, but if you have multiple coaches, we have some gyms that set goals of like 60, 70 people joining a challenge if they've got the bandwidth, the coaching staff to manage those people. Now, it's really important that all of our coaches are trained up and they're all delivering a consistent experience. So if you're planning to have multiple nutrition coaches, make sure they have the systems in place to deliver a consistent experience. Your members talk to each other. So if one coach is doing something different than another coach, it's not going to be good for your nutrition program and your business overall. Let's talk about first some common mistakes, and then we'll talk about some best practices. So let me just start this as I have done nutrition challenges since 2005. I started working in a gym as I was in undergrad at University of Florida, doing some challenges with a private practice in nutrition. And then when I opened up Healthy Steps Nutrition in 2012, I took some of those things, but gosh, I make so many mistakes. I actually wrote about one of the most common mistakes called the challenge trap in the CrossFit Journal back in 2017, where you just have these challenges. People see good results and then they fall off because they don't have accountability and support. You want to make sure to avoid the challenge trap that you have a clear path for people to continue. And don't swing it on people, wing it on people at the end of the challenge. Let them know from the beginning, this is the kickstart and we're so excited to offer ongoing coaching after the challenge is over. Now, at Healthy Steps Nutrition, we have a very specific framework on how to do this. We have meeting templates with even scripts that coaches use, and they get that 50% conversion to ongoing coaching. So, challenge trap is mistake number one. Mistake number two, and I definitely made this one way too many times, is this like conveyor belt method. So we want to have some biometric testing with clients before the challenge starts and at the end of the challenge to see their progress. But what I used to do is say, hey, come between 10 and 12 to do biometrics. And of course, everyone comes at the last stinking second, and then it's really stressful for you. And then you're like trying to manage all these people while you're trying to go into a kickoff seminar. Not the best strategy there. Instead, let's set up meetings, individual appointments to meet people the week leading up to the challenge. When you think about overall your nutrition challenge, you don't want to make it too rigid. You also don't want to say, hey, pick this or pick that, pick this diet. No, we want everyone to be doing the same thing. It brings people together, and keep it simple. If it is simple, people will be more successful. If they're more successful, if it's simple, they'll be more consistent. If they're consistent, they're going to be more successful. The other thing that I would mention is a lot of gyms focus all of the success of the challenge around the end result instead of the journey. So one of the things that we recommend at Healthy Steps Nutrition is doing mini challenges each week. The person that wins the mini challenge should be the one that's the most consistent with doing the things, doing the habits that they work on, encouraging other people. With HSN, we have a leaderboard feature in the app. So any gym running our program will have this. And there's also a group feature so people can communicate with each other, encourage each other. And the leaderboard is not based on losses or gains in regards to pounds. It's based on consistency of habits and watching the educational videos. So we're making health a way of life one step at a time. If you're running a nutrition challenge, focus more on the journey, the progress, the consistency of the habits. Don't just reward someone for essentially probably fasting the last week of the challenge so that they can win the prize. We want people to win little mini prizes. Another pro tip, this is a really good one, is if you want a bunch of Google reviews that say nutrition, make everyone be a winner the last week. Let them win a hoodie, or not hoodie, but like a beanie or something, 10 to 15 bucks, and have them write a Google review. How has nutrition, fitness, and accountability helped you in your health and wellness journey? One of the best ways to grow a nutrition coaching program is to have a solid front end offer after your challenge is over for new people coming in. And in order for those people to expect nutrition to be a part of the conversation, we need to make sure that they're seeing nutrition, they're seeing those success stories. So you want a bunch of Google reviews that say nutrition. All right. Gave you some tips in that, but let's talk about some other big tips. Number one, group-based challenges are great in the short term. Individual coaching is great in the long term. So how long should your challenge be? I have run challenges from 28 days to 12 weeks. And what we found is the best conversion rate to ongoing coaching is around that 28-day mark in a gym setting. 6 weeks is really great for employee wellness. We've done a lot of employee wellness at HSN HQ. A lot of gyms that are partnered with us have done employee wellness. 6 weeks is awesome for that because those employees are with each other 8 hours plus a day. But in a gym setting, 28 days is a good amount of time for people to get their feet wet, get probably a taste for individual coaching if you're doing those individual meetings, have some group support, see some wins, and then you convert them to ongoing coaching. All right, here's a big one. When you're starting to market your challenge, you're marketing to your staff first. You need them all to be bought in with what's going on. One of the biggest mistakes you can make is sending out an email about a challenge and then your staff has no clue what it is, what the benefits are, why they should do it, how much it is, how someone signs up. Because what's going to happen is your members are going to get an email. And then the next thing they're going to do is they're going to come in class and ask Susie, the coach, all about this nutrition challenge. And if she doesn't know what it is, what it's going on, then that member is going to be like, this is right for me. But if your coach, Susie, knows everything, knows the benefits, says, hey, I'm doing it. Our entire staff's doing it. We've already got people signed up. We're so excited to help you kickstart your journey. This is going to be the first step. And there's an opportunity for you to work with your coach after to continue your journey with nutrition, health, and wellness. Here's the way to sign up. You can write your name on this physical sign up board, and then we'll follow up with you and get you signed up and squared away at the end. Very different experience. And the gyms that have their staff on board first, market to their staff first, have a better enrollment rate. The other thing, physical sign up board, I just talked about that. You want other people seeing other people doing the challenge, and then informal conversations. So if people have been interested in a challenge when you've announced it in classes, but haven't pulled the trigger yet for whatever reason, maybe they got distracted, it's on you as the owner, as the nutrition coach, to follow up with those people and get them signed up. I've had a lot of conversations with gym owners and they're like, well, is this my responsibility? Like, I want our coach to do it. My personal feeling is, as an owner, your excitement, your involvement at the beginning to build momentum is so powerful to help set your coach up for success. So understand that the marketing of a challenge, especially when you're launching a new program, is really important that you're bought into this. My recommendation is for informal conversations. Who do you have those with? Have your staff send you a list. Here's all the people that express interest that I think would be a good fit, but haven't signed up yet. Have one-on-one conversations with them before or after class to get them signed up. This is especially important if you have a last-minute community like we do, where everyone waits till the last second to do everything. Having those informal conversations will get people signed up before. Also, put a cap on the challenge and advertise that so people know, and there's like the scarcity of getting signed up. Delivery of your challenge is really important. Now, we use the Healthy Steps Nutrition app where you have daily videos, there's a leaderboard, tracking habits, there's communication as a group, but then also the coach is able to send a one-on-one message if someone's not checking out their habits or very engaged, to just check in on them and provide that extra support. Now, HSN Mentoring clients have access to the app, but if you are like, hey, Nicole, all this sounds amazing. I don't want to reinvent the wheel, but I'm not sure about HSN Mentoring yet. HSN has built out a challenge where we give you all the training to execute it properly in SugarWOD. So same thing with videos, habit tracking, leaderboard. If you're thinking like me and I want to run this challenge in the new year, but I'm not sure about HSN mentoring the whole thing yet, okay, start there. No problem. The next challenge intensive that we're hosting is Thursday, November 30th. It's a one-time fee that you come in, you learn all the things on November 30th. There's also an on-demand option, but I will say you're going to get more out of it if you join us virtually through Zoom all day. Now, the challenge intensive is also a perk for HSN mentoring clients. We want you to be so successful with your challenge, have an amazing first impression for people so that you have a great conversion to ongoing coaching. This is a key pillar when we talk about building momentum. Now, 1 to 2 challenges a year, that's it. That's all I would recommend running. The rest of the enrollment throughout the year is going to be through individual coaching. Now, what happens after the challenge? Have people move right into an ongoing coaching membership. The day they have their ending appointments, the day the ongoing coaching membership starts, and you're providing individualized support. At HSN, what we recommend is having people come in once a month for a formal follow-up visit. It's about 30 minutes, and then doing weekly check-ins every single week through video messages. And your clients will check off habits in the Healthy Steps Nutrition app, and you can see in a calendar view, did the client do what they said they were going to do, or were there some obstacles in the way? If there are some obstacles in the way, let's address them so another week doesn't go by and they're not staying consistent, ultimately not leading them to the results that they want. So We have clear value of what we're providing, that individualized support to continue the client's journey on their health and wellness goals. You need to make it so easy for people to sign up for ongoing coaching. Now, at HSN, we run one challenge in-house a year. The last challenge we ran, every single person except one person converted to ongoing coaching. We practice what we preach, what we teach gym owners and coaches to do exactly what we do at HSN HQ. I'm a gym owner, just like probably most of you listening to this podcast. It's a great way to kickstart your client's journey, but ultimately they need ongoing coaching and accountability to help them see amazing results. Now, who's signing up for your challenge? Of course, your members, but I'm sure you have people on your email list that are not paying you right now. Maybe it's past members. Maybe it's people that opt in for a trial or whatever the case may be, but they haven't signed up. Have an option for people just to get started with the nutrition challenge. You might start marketing that to your social media, and then you get people integrated into your community without committing to the gym. Let them experience a little bit of what you do and then encourage them to join the gym. This is one of the ways that we get individual clients that are not members of our gym every single year when we run a challenge. Great way to support and make a greater impact in your community. Whew, that was a lot in 15 minutes. You might need to go back and listen to that episode. Take so many notes, so many nuggets in there to help you fast track your ability to build, launch, and grow a nutrition coaching program. Now, just as a reminder, the Nutrition Challenge Intensive that HSN hosts, we host a couple of these a year. We're hosting one November 30th. This is for gyms that are looking to launch a challenge in late January, February. We're going to give you everything. Marketing templates, the challenge built out in SugarWOD. If you're an HSN client, you'll use the HSN app, meeting templates, role play and practice so that you understand how do those initial meetings work so that you can provide a professional and consistent experience and ultimately use that as your runway for ongoing coaching. I hope you enjoyed this podcast episode. Please leave me a review, leave us a review. It really helps this podcast reach more people. We'll see you back here next week. So excited. I'm actually about to record a podcast right now with Mike Michalowicz. He is a New York Times bestselling author of The Pumpkin Plan and Profit First, an amazing person. I've had the opportunity to spend quite a bit of time with him. His episode is going to air very soon. He is also one of our keynote speakers at the Gym Accelerator Summit, a live event in Nashville that we host every single year. You can click the show notes to learn a little bit more about that and the one-day challenge intensive. Hope you enjoyed this episode.